Leanne Brown here. I'm so excited for today's Blissful cooking club experience class because it's so simple and relaxing. I'm just excited to share this with you because it's always good news when something is just so simple and easy. And it doesn't mean that you can't take your time with it. If you want to spend more time with it, you absolutely can. But there is something so luxurious about something really being so simple. Because what I have to share with you is this wonderful recipe, and it's so funny that it's even a recipe. It's really like some stuff that I'm putting on a plate from my book, Good Enough, this guy. And it is called Peach and Burrata Beauty. And I just had to call it that because it's some sliced peaches, sliced tomatoes, and then a big bowl of burrata, which is like mozzarella that's filled with cream, like in the center, and gooshes out, and you break it, and it's just glorious. And then we're going to add some basil to it as well. And I often like to add things like a little bit of cucumber, or even I have some yellow pepper strips that my daughter didn't finish eating. Like pop those in there. There's so many little flourishes that you can play around with. Avocado. There's so much that you can do here, but if there's one thing you get from this, it's yes, this recipe, but also the concept of summer meals and summer entertaining in particular that really can be this easy, that is sort of taking the bounty of summer, peaches, tomatoes, and really just displaying them as simply as possible. And that when you do that, it's enough, really profoundly enough. And when I say enough, I mean it's good. I served this to some friends that I had over for a yoga experience. I think I did more of a dressing on top just because I could. But they were like, wow, this is so incredible. And they saw me do it. They saw that it was so simple to make. And then they can bring that experience home into their lives. And so that's really what I hope for you here is. I think a lot of us get stressed out about entertaining, having people over. It's like, oh, I have to make a proper dinner. I have to do something that fits some sort of box. When maybe if you're cooking for yourself or cooking for your family, hopefully, I mean, we all have sort of different comfort levels with these things. You might just eat very simply. I know there are days where I'm eating cashews and pumpkin seeds and a little bit of toast and with some avocado, that's what I'm having for dinner. And I'm happy with that. And you can actually do the same thing with your friends and family, the people that you have over. And I think a really lovely way to make it special is this sort of summer bounty framework where you're really you're going look, I trust summer. I trust the bounty of nature to actually provide something that is naturally beautiful for my guests and something that will naturally nourish them, that is already ready to go. And all I have to do is kind of put it together, which can be really fun. And we're going to play doing that. So I'm going to show you how to do that in a moment. And that's my lecture for today. Thank you for coming. So as usual, we're going to place our hands at heart center, Anjali Mudra, it's called. This, holding your hands like this, is Anjali Mudra. And we're just going to think into ourselves, our intention, just allow it to drop in, whatever it is, our time together, this experience of blissful cooking, of building bliss. Building the good feelings, noticing the good feelings, letting go of stress, relaxing into the moment. Now we're going to just take 3 long, slow inhales and exhales, and that's it. Just really allow them to be as juicy as they are. And I know that sounds silly. What do you mean juicy? I really mean as I'm inhaling, I can feel the life force energy coming into my body. I can feel it deep in my belly. I can feel it in my lungs. I can feel it opening my rib cage in the front, in the back, all around my chest. I can feel it lifting my shoulders. That there is this as our body moves up and down with the breath, to feel the sort of luxury of that flexibility, that malleability, and appreciate it for what it is. It's a reflection of ourselves, of our ability to come and go with our emotional states, to take in and to release, to take in and release information, our emotions, how we feel about something that just happened. It comes in, it enlivens us, and then as it leaves behind what we need to know if we allow that process to occur. This is kind of how we can heal, and how our emotions are so important for us. And we learn at an early age to sort of keep them inside and not allow that process to finish. And that can leave us with this like stuck feeling, can leave us feeling sick, tired. It's constriction, like literal physical constriction in the body that must be released. We can do that so many different ways. We all have it, and it's okay. But when we breathe, it's like this living embodiment of that process over and over. And it's showing us we can do that again and again, that we have the flexibility and the resilience within our system, just as we are. So inhale and exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more time, feel it from your toes, like you're breathing in from the earth itself. And exhale. And the breath really is like trusting our filtration system. We inhale all this goodness, and then we exhale. And all that's left inside, that should be left inside, truly is goodness for us. We trust the body's filtration system, and we allow ourselves to be relaxed and loose and in a state of trust. Okay, I'm chatty today. Let's get started. We're going to the recipe is like 4 peaches, like has these amounts, but I'm just doing it for 1 today, just for me. So I'm going to do 2 peaches, 2 big peaches. Look at these. They feel really ripe. Like, I don't mean really like ripe, like too ripe. Like they feel just about exactly right. So let's see. I'm going to slice in half. And sometimes when you do this, when they're ripe, it's like this happens, which is wonderful. But sometimes the pit can split, which is fine. Who cares? But it didn't happen this time, so we're gonna release that. I love peaches. I'm like a peach lunatic. Like I love them. But like truly, and so I have that sort of bias of wild enthusiasm, but truly, how gorgeous is this? This yellow, this bright yellow, and this beautiful reddy, almost purpley color that comes in like watercolor. You know, the way it just like relaxes into it, and it's going into like every little juicy bit. There's little dots of it in here. It's so beautiful, like a sunset. And then how juicy it is running down my fingers, and just how it smells. Like everything about this is so inviting. Hard not to just eat it, but I'm going to wait. Might have to have 1 slice, but yeah, I'm gonna have to have 1 slice. I can't take it. I mean, truly, the flavor of this peach. I don't talk as much about emphasis on flavor because I think we already overemphasize it so much when we talk about food and cooking. It's kind of the way that we tend to judge most dishes as successful or not is sort of purely based on flavor, which I don't like to do as much. But of course, flavor is amazing and such an incredible pleasure. And we all have those flavors that just like really do it for us, you know? Like, yeah, that works for me. Let me tell you. I'm gonna slice this a little thinner just for for prettiness, because I'm kind of just trying to create like a beautiful platter for myself. So a little more space. Maybe I'll do 3 peaches. That's not going to be a problem for me to eat that, let me tell you. And this one's more just like straight up yellow. Yeah, just yellow all the way through. And you get the beautiful mottled colors on the outside. Yeah, this just makes me so happy. Like I want to sing. And I think that's the thing when it's like, this is a celebration of summer, of the natural bounty of this time of year, where just life is a little easier in many ways, because it's the peak season for farming, peak season for sort of the sun hitting in this particular way where it meets our needs and then some, whereas the winter is sort of the opposite, where we have less sun than we need and we have to have stores and we have to think about things, we have to plan for it. In the summers when we have more than we need, that energy of that is very present and just easeful. Even if you're not a big fan of summer, like it's too hot for you or whatever. It's like, I think we can sort of agree that there is this ease. So I think we're going to go with 2 peaches as looking to me very lovely. And I'm going to do some tomatoes. Just split them. Boop, boop. Let's do this. I have these cuties. They're just on the vine. If you grow your own tomatoes, which, is a great thing to do and so quite simple to do, usually just need enough sun. This would be a great place to sort of feature them. And it's so nice, and if you are cooking for others or if you are entertaining other people, it's so nice to be able to give them something that you've grown yourself. It's like that extra sort of love and gratitude is in there. The effort that you put into making it and having them over is also sort of even further reflected in the time it may have taken you, your investment in that growth. You and the earth, your beautiful project. Tomatoes! Oh, they're all flipping over. Okay, you guys are feeling playful. Well, me too. I'm going to flip some of you over. I think that's I can't remember. I've done a few things like this, but there's like this playfulness that we want to get into when we're just like putting things together. I mean, if you don't enjoy the aesthetic experience at all, skip this, just eat it. But the aesthetics can be really fun. I'm going to put down some baby basil leaves here. Oh, it smells wonderful. And this was grown by the sun on my back deck. And my sweet neighbor gave me this plant also. Their daughter got it at a school event. They have so many beautiful plants. They gave me one. She's just so sweet and fills me with good feelings as I do this. And it's like, and I know sometimes this sounds like, wow, Leanne, it's just a lot. But truly, I feel this so authentically, and I believe you can too if you want to, that I am like creating and eating and dancing with all of the things in my life that I have. Like when I talk about abundance, like we have summer abundance here. We have the abundance of love from my neighbors, from the earth, from all that is provided for me, from all that this represents, from the joy of being able to just eat something so delicious, like peaches, that they exist. And then I get to eat them and enjoy them in my life. I mean, we so often miss that, every meal is a chance to like deeply look and revel in and celebrate. Actually, every single time we eat, we have so much to celebrate. Truly is such an amazing celebration to be able to eat. Just to be able to eat, let alone to be able to eat like this. And so, you know, I don't feel it as a like, oh, I should be grateful, like this is correct, and to do that. I authentically feel it arising because of really looking and feeling, grounding into my senses, listening to my body. What is it about all this experience that I'm most attracted to? And that I can go, I am attracted to that, and I can then celebrate that. Okay, guys, we're like almost done here. And now for the really luxurious and magnificent part. If it's not easy for you to procure burrata, because it's pretty solidly available these days, but I do live in Brooklyn. I live in New York City. I have access to a lot of ingredients that not everyone has. I recognize that that is a privilege. And if you don't have burrata, you could use fresh mozzarella or, you know, any kind of just a nice squishy, softer cheese. I would say not something with too crazy strong a flavor. Unless you love that flavor and you're like so sure it'll all work together, then more power to you. I love that. But so there's 2 in here. I'm just going to get 1. Oh. And the thing that if you've never worked with burrata before, you're sort of expecting the feeling of like a monster, like quite rubbery, like a little rubbery ball. It's not. It's like the most tender ball because the whole middle is full of goo. So as you take it out, be so gentle and tender with this beautiful thing. Created lovingly by someone, packaged. And we're going to place it right in the middle, and I'm going to break it open. We're going to see the beautiful creamy goo. Oh, yeah. Just go all over everything. And so because I'm going to eat this, I'll probably like break it up a little bit more, but just to serve it right now, even to myself, it just looks so pretty this way. So I'm going to leave it like that. And now at this point, we could be done. But to make it feel like just a little bit more of a salad, or whatever this is, platter of gloriousness, we're going to do good old olive oil, salt, and pepper. You could also do, I'm looking at my lemons over here, like you could do some lemon zest, one of my all-time favorite things. We're going to keep it simple. A little bit of olive oil, just to bring it all together. Little salt. Don't need much. Pepper. I'm so happy right now, like I can't express it. So and just feel it right here in my heart center going. That's it. And I really obviously took my time with this process and showing you and talking, and so you could take way less time. But I'd such every moment of this 20 minutes or whatever has been so pleasurable. So I just want to put that out there. That was sort of my point at the beginning, was like, it's such a joy when something is so simple, because then when you're taking time with it, you're able to really deepen your experience of every part of it. You're not sort of like, oh, got to do that next thing and that next thing and that next thing, and thinking about sequencing and all the ways that, you know, we can get a little distracted from the main reason we're here. Keeping things simple, sort of the majority of the time, is my personal philosophy of cooking, and it makes the times when things are a little bit more, so it can be fun. It's like this whole little dance and experience, and it can be wonderful and so enlivening and joyous as well. But when you always know that you can have something simple and that you can always have pleasure, it's like knowing I don't have to work so hard to have pleasure. That's what I mean. Like, isn't that a relief sometimes? I think there's this deep belief in our culture that we have to work really hard to have pleasure sometimes, like really hard. And something like this that is so simple to put together and that can be so pleasurable, the whole experience from beginning to end, and that can really like have deep meaning, gives me a sense of connection to the earth, to family, to joy, all of that. And then I can just have that. And I can also like get this little job of feeding myself done. That is bliss, right? That is what really creates our ability. That's what creates this generator that makes us want to come back and back and back, because that's what ultimately blissful cooking is about, creating a cooking environment that you'll just want to keep coming back to. It's no longer a chore. It's a nice thing you get to do every single day for yourself, no matter what. So, okay, without further ado, thank you so, so much. Let me know if this resonated, if there's anything you're interested in me making in the future. I'll be here. I think there's gonna be one more week of this, and then I'm away for 3 weeks. I'm going on vacation in Canada, and then we come back. I'm going to change to a schedule of every other week, and I'm probably going to also be adding in some other new content, maybe some yoga and some breath work, sort of shorter things for you guys. Let me know, like it, comment, let me know what you think so that I can make sure I'm giving you what you want. Thank you so much. See you next time.